I shouldn't even tell you when I start the show, right? I should just do it.
Just do it. By the way, I got news for you for Blake too, so we'll be able to talk about that.
Ooh, good. Oh, wow, that's fantastic. We could be live. I think we're
Oh,
live. Yeah, I
okay.
think we're live. So we'll go ahead and hit the splash. Well, it is a new year, Sue. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, so by the way, I think we're live. And they said it couldn't
Okay.
be done. They said it shouldn't be done. Or maybe that it should just
What?
be completely over. Well, I mean, what is the point? Actually, the good news is, yeah, we're live. The good news is that most people watch on demand now, but I like the live arena. Like, I like being live because it's
Yeah,
when you go somewhere and you do something, new, you feel more alive. It's a good feeling
blunt.
being alive.
We have to.
But
Okay.
the bad news is, the internet might be unstable. We'll see. We'll try to get through this.
I'm back on. I don't know about you.
Yeah. So all right. So you're back. I think
Okay.
we're back. And I'll check
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I think we're back. It's a little unstable, but we're back. Sounds like the auto
Yeah.
industry.
Ha.
Um, there's this big show, and you know, I, I, I I've been to it.
Right. I was gonna say you and Ty went to it a few years ago, and I was supposed to go with you guys, right?
Oh
That's the Vegas
man.
one.
Oh my gosh. Wow. How
That's
long
not
ago?
long. That's been like
I know.
I want to say 21, maybe 21, 22.
I think you're right. But doesn't it feel like 100 years ago?
Yeah,
All
it
right.
does.
But but anyways, yeah. I mean, so exactly. Gosh, that's so interesting. And what were we gonna do there?
Do what?
What would we have done there? What were we gonna do?
You were doing something on stage and you wanted me to be up there to answer questions, I think, or maybe I was supposed to be in the audience to ask I can't remember now.
That's right. Okay, now that was a different show.
Oh, okay.
Which is what
All
threw
right.
me off a little bit but that's cool. But no, you're right. See, and actually this is a really interesting moment because there are many different types of shows. By the way, if you're tuning in right now, thank you for doing that. Whether you're tuning in live or on demand, whether you're on YouTube or LinkedIn, you're welcome here. And this is not a normal kind of show. Most automotive shows are just celebrating, and then
Yeah.
celebrating more. And here I'm doing I realize I'm now doing the opposite in that I'm not trying to create a depressive channel. I'm just trying to have a real conversation. Okay. So, in the area of trade shows, and Sue, you were just talking about it, there was a trade show. Once upon a time, there was a trade show where Jay was going to speak, and Ty was going to speak, and we wanted to have
Right.
you join us. Yeah, and
Right.
that did actually happen.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to believe, but it really did happen. But not at this show. See, this show, and that's why, like, if you can nab a speaking gig at this, I'm renaming the show, and I'm gonna explain a little bit
Yeah, that's
why
fine.
I'm calling it this Dealer Vegas Circus Prize Fight rather than the actual name of the show. You're gonna learn more about why I'm doing that because you got to be really careful
Okay.
with these guys. Okay. All right. So I've been talking about how since I've been to the show, and I know, I mean, at this point the jig is up. I know that there are a lot of companies spending more money on this stuff than they can afford to, and they look in interesting places to use some of that money. So if you go to this show and you get a booth, it's $40 a square foot
Right.
for empty
Investment.
space. And I was talking about this. I had posted, let's see. Oh, well, I guess we'll get to my post. Because at this show, that's the problem. See, why it does $40 a square foot, that sounds okay. Until you get into a 20 by 20 empty booth is 16 grand. And again, for many companies, that's no big deal. Oh, we lost. Sue will be back and forth because of the storm. And the thing is, if you're going to spend that amount of money, and again, if you're if you're one of the big companies, 100 grand, 200 grand, and you think about some of the like really large areas where you're into hundreds of thousands of dollars, as you stroll through the hundreds of thousands of dollars area, boy, we don't have any image now, okay. As you stroll through the hundreds of thousands of dollars area, ask yourself, is the service that great? Is the money, what is happening here? Because we're going to get to that. All right. So we talk about the golf and the lobster and the awards and the nap time and more lobster. Here we go. Here's the 16 grand. And a lot of people are looking at this post. And some people are actually, I'm impressed by every person that comes out of the woodwork and acknowledges kind of not just the truth of this, but like the feeling about it. Hey, can you hear me? Can you still hear me?
I can hear you. I took my face off because my internet was just going in and out so bad.
That was a good idea. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So, again, it's so weird. Here's what's weird. $16,000 for a 20 by 20 empty booth. For many companies, they're like, what's the big deal? Hey, Sue, for your company, is this a big deal?
That's a big deal.
That's impossible.
That's a huge deal.
That's actually impossible.
Yeah.
And do you know?
It's only made for the big guy that wants to blow money.
And that's the reason I'm talking about it. That means the only people that can really afford to go and have a booth, because I do know companies, and that's why I talk about the gamble. I do know companies that have gone ahead and gambled and gotten a booth, and they got creamed, and they can't tell anybody. You can't tell anybody.
Wow.
The CFO knows you got creamed, but God, don't tell anybody. Just act like everything's great. And this gets into why do you need to... Listen, if you can't afford something like this, don't do it. Why are you trying to act like everything's cool? And by the way, I checked, this wasn't on their website, so I checked ChatGPT, and it estimates that there's 400,000 square feet at the convention. Because it's in Vegas, and it's huge. It's $40 a square foot.
It's sold out. Sold out. Okay, kid, how much is that?
Exactly. Get your calculators out.
Oh my God.
How much is it?
Hold on. You said $40 a square foot?
$40 a square foot, which comes from their website.
1,600,000.
Nope. Try again. Do 400,000 times 40.
Oh, are you telling me it's $16 million? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Are you for real?
Not to mention, that's just the empty space. If you want rigging, machinery, you have to hire them.
And no flights, hotels, meals, swag, golf. Golf? Golf! I love it. They add golf in there.
No,
okay.
I did that.
Oh, you did that?
Oh. although you're going to see why.
Okay, all right.
But you have to, if you want anything, internet, electrical, and I don't want to go too far because I don't need another letter.
Right.
Because I know what I'm saying is not going to excite everybody. But that's the problem. We now live in a world where you can no longer talk about facts. You just have to act like everything is amazing. But
and is this the one you were showing who the speakers were going to be, and it was people that aren't even in the industry?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so here's the thing. So what's going on? Well, Okay, so these guys, or some of these guys, or relatives of some of these guys, really hate when new stuff goes against their friends and they. I'm just going to add pronouns so it all gets off. But essentially, that's the whole point of the booty, is that you're going to need a lot of booty to go up against stuff that you don't like. And it's been in place for a long time. So you take that 20 million, right? Everybody marches in and woohoo, this is amazing. And you put up the speakers that don't work in automotive. And listen, this is just main stage keynote. Everybody does this now. It's not a news flash. Keynote speakers now no longer really have anything to do with the show. They're just they're kind of hype it. I don't know. I actually don't know. As a media guy, I don't think I fully get it. Like,
I don't understand what sports have to do with the car industry.
Because
they can afford really expensive cars, I guess.
I think there's this thing that if we can get swept up in the zeitgeist, then we don't worry about reality. I don't know. I don't know, but I mean,
there are other people I'd rather see there.
Well, and that's the thing is too. When I went, I was like, wow, I want to meet some of these bigger companies and learn. Right. That is not what happens.
Really?
No, it is not. That's why
Is this pictures from when you were there?
No, these are just online. But I mean, this is what the show is about. It's a spectacle.
Gotcha.
It is, but that's fine. Listen, there's franchise dealers that do the golf awards thing every day, and they're loving it. Oh, did I mention golf? This was real. This was on LinkedIn. I didn't
set of Pro Vs.
Create anything.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. This is, and so. But if you're a vendor or a carrier, you don't know any of this. And you aren't at the show. There are no transporters picking up golf balls at the show.
No, there will be no transporters there. I guarantee you.
You can't afford to go. And the thing is, the people that do go, they already have golf balls. So I don't really get it. Okay. But this is the one you're going to love. And this is the backdrop of today's conversation and the show. What is this?
Let's see. What can do for you? Wow, you get a pair of AirPods, eh?
For going by and getting a demo.
For CD.
All right. So, question.
What's the demo for?
Well, I mean, how many people at the show have not heard of this company? Not many. I mean,
we're talking about CD, right? That's what it says.
Yeah, that's right. So, not to mention, I don't even know the size of their booth, but it's bigger than.
Well, this is going to be aimed at brokers, anyways. It's not going to be aimed at the transporter. Which makes no sense.
Well, if it was aimed at the transporter, it would be like a hot dog or something.
Or a beer.
And I'm not trying to be cruel, but we do have a problem.
That's how they see us. Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. But since these are rich dealers and rich brokers, by the way, do you think other rich brokers are going to go by the booth? No. So the only people going by the booth are like rich dealers and vendors hanging on for dear life.
Yeah.
Go get your AirPods.
Yeah.
But what exactly happened? I mean, so you spent all that money on the booth and 100 salespeople and, caviar and all this and the AirPods. And what I mean, I don't know what you really accomplished.
Wasn't there one that was giving out jeans? Too?
Yes, that's right. That was last year. They were giving out jeans. Yeah. I can't imagine what some of the giveaways are like this year. Have a horse. It's weird. Do a keg stand.
That's the transporters party right there.
Exactly. Okay? Come by.
I'd be right there with them. I'm cool with that.
We got a 20 by 20. This is our last show. We're going out of business. Come by, do a keg stand.
Do you, and here's the thing, and I know most transporters, you're right, do not know anything about any of this stuff because they're not welcome to any of this stuff. I don't
No,
care what they
they
say.
there might be one, and it will be a situation where it's like, oh, all right, just give them the demo, just give them the AirPods, get them out
Yeah.
of here.
Yeah. I would be curious to know is how many transporters do they have compared to brokers on CD, right?
Well,
There should be
it,
more
well,
if you go by what they say.
well, it should be like 5 to 1 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they be more important?
Well, because okay, well, it's interesting you say that, and this is what makes this show tough. Believe me, I don't really know how to talk about this either. I just know that it's relevant in some fashion, and that's why I go to let's go live to Mar-a-Lago, because
Okay.
they had the Halloween Great Gatsby party at Mar-a-Lago, and did you know this really happened? This picture really happened.
No, really?
This is real.
That was there?
This was at Trump's Mar-a-Lago Halloween party.
Wow.
And when I saw it, I thought, is that NADA? Like, it's, sorry guys, but it's the same. You guys think alike.
Yeah.
This is actually the Mar-a-Lago party. To me, this looks like a concert. Like, they have these huge concerts and parties and all this swag and stuff. To me, this looks like the Dealer Vegas Circus prize fight. It's weird how similar it is. And if you're lucky, you might get a massage. How did that get in there? Now, I realize also that it's also a party. Like, for a lot of franchise dealers, this is a chance to, like, hang out with your friends, wake up with strange new problems, have room service that's so out of control,
Yep.
I get that. And I like to party too. But it is an elitist situation with, I think, a legal goal. But that's a speculation. That's why, so here, let's go back, right? Get to know your ecosystem. We are not doing that. And I've realized, like, in the time where we used to encourage, like, other verticals to go to these trade shows, I think they hate that. Please don't ask carriers to come here. Please. We're busy, man. We got, we got golf, awards, lobster, and nap time. We have no time to talk to some bang hang who's going out of business next week. I canceled my subscriptions to all the automotive media. I don't miss it at all. That blows that I don't miss it. Now, I don't know. I just know that when I read headlines, I'm like, why is everything as the world turns? And I know I've read this headline before. And yeah. So AI is great. We need AI to mix it up and see something new. I made this based on the real one.
Oh, gotcha.
Right? And also, I think about this, like, I know that, again, this is kind of rough. Like, man, wait, Jay, you make this really rough show. Well, what is the world we live? This is no longer the Cosby Show. Or is it? We try to remain neutral. It's not easy to do. I mean, people keep posting on my channel, on my channel, on LinkedIn. The carriers know. Nobody cares. And it's weird because then we keep seeing these news articles. Oh, we're going to do one in a second here. And if you go to the show, you have got to chug Kool-Aid. You will be doing Kegstands of Kool-Aid. And I know, and that's why on LinkedIn I said, hey, are you excited about the show? I mean, are you really excited about the show? You know how many people have to act like they're super duper duper excited to go to this show? Their job depends upon it.
Yeah.
And it's just weird that maybe that's why there are so many. Like, maybe gimmicks is a cornerstone of this industry. Is that possible?
I think it's kind of sometimes it's come into that recently over the last few years. I don't know if it was in the very beginning. In the very beginning, it was all about just moving cars and getting them to where they needed to be.
Is that what it's about now?
No,
No.
no.
And it's getting worse. See, that's what's really what I'm fearful of for some folks that try to gamble on this show. And that's why it's kind of a warning. If you're a small company and you're going to go and you, by the way, you've already spent your money, most of it. So this could be your last gamble because the market's not getting better. I know headlines, but it's not getting better. Cars are not getting cheaper. You have to admit, cars are not getting cheaper. They're just not.
No.
And so they just keep dragging out the same old how to get the AirPods, get a demo. Yeah, you asked a good question. Get a demo of what?
Yeah. What are you getting a demo of? The only thing that I can think of as far as demo goes is going to be for the broker to show them how to use that and how to track the cars, blah, 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 right? That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I'm assuming, all right, it's good. And I'm assuming, like, okay, let's say you're a franchise dealer, and, like, you haven't heard of this company. That's the best.
Right.
Just give me my AirPods. I've already heard of you guys. All right. So you go, you're a dealer.
Yeah.
You've been living under a rock, but you're really wealthy, and you've never heard of them. By the way, who came up with this idea, right? That sounds so crazy. Guys, I got the best idea. We're going to cater to...
Let's do AirPod.
We're going to cater to rich, like super Jeff Bezos rich dealers that have been living under a rock and have never heard of us and don't have AirPods. Who's with me? And the room exploded. Everyone's like, yeah! It was like The Hangover Part 4. So anyways, you're that guy. You go get your demo. Yeah, you get a demo of, I guess you get a demo of, like, the new mobile app and how you can list your cars, and when the dealer says, are they, I mean, you know, how are they really good carriers? I guess because dealers are going to say that. Are they good carriers? And they say, the best in the world. We, in fact, not only the best in the world, but all of the best in the world carriers. And brokers and other stuff. I'm getting off track. Yeah, I really went off script there. So we got to talk about a problem, I guess. I'm going to set this up. I got this message. Okay. And, we're not going to mention the company, and we're not going to mention the person, because we know how, you know, Invade Venezuela works. So, this guy and company tells me that they shut down his account, which he's had for years, and has a bunch of trucks. So we're talking a medium-sized carrier.
I think larger than medium.
Okay, yeah, could be large. Yeah, all right.
I'm thinking
it's over 50 trucks,
company.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I consider that a major.
Well, and I tell you, in their sector of the map, I think they're also really, because they're in a tough sector. Everybody wants to drive Alabama, but nobody wants to drive some of the areas his guys go.
Yeah.
So, he says that they shut his account down, and it's been that way for over 6 days or 10 days, something crazy.
Yeah.
Which, okay, 10 days, what's the big deal? Well, when you're losing 15 to 20 grand a day, because you can't do business, right?
Yeah.
It'd be like if somebody walked into your franchise dealership and unplugged the power.
Right.
You can't sell cars with no power on. People are going to freak out. So, he contacts them. Hey, why'd you shut down my account? And apparently they tell him, well, we were told that you had a fraudulent dispatch, or a car was stolen, or something.
Yeah. Car stolen.
A car stolen. And
Yep.
I said, okay, where's the car now? He said, well, we delivered it.
Yep.
Well, so how is it stolen? It's not. Was it ever stolen? No. So it was just delayed. Yeah. So why did the customer, which was a broker, so a carrier delivered a vehicle for a broker, right? Probably not to the broker, but for a broker, right? But the broker
Right.
who gave them the dispatch is accusing them of stealing the vehicle when in fact the vehicle was delayed and then delivered.
Right.
But they shut the account down?
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is a story told to me that I'm witnessing. And did you talk to the guy?
Via text, yeah, we talked for quite a bit about it.
You have anything to add?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I don't know him. I don't know the broker. He gave me all the information, but I couldn't find them. So we don't know specifics, of course. So we're just kind of
Yeah, we don't know.
guesstimating here. So all I know is that if, and I've had problems. I've told you about this because I get at least once a week an email saying I have had business with a fraudulent company, blah, blah, blah. And it never fails. It's always transporters that I've actually used before in the past. And the car has already been delivered. Now, I don't know if they shut off their accounts. I know that I get the email, which always freaks me out because I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then I find out the car was delivered. So,
Well, that's
maybe
the question. I mean,
I think I've sent it to you before. I think it says your company may have been involved in a fraudulent transaction with this company, blah, 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 blah.
okay. And did anybody get shut down in that instance?
I don't know if they did.
I don't know if I've heard of a company being shut down, their account being shut down with unproven. I mean, clearly the cars are not stolen if the car got delivered.
Right.
So what do you
Right.
on what basis did you shut it down?
Right. And here's another thing, like I told you too, like we'll constantly, like when we go to dispatch a car, now I think I talked about this, when you click on the company name, it'll tell you like if their stuff has been changed and warning, 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 watch out for this, and it could just be a phone number. It could be adding a extra dispatcher. It can be, that kind of thing. Because, I'm a broker and a dispatcher. So I had taken a car for one of my trucks, and the guy's like, well, just so you know, I gave you this car even though it said that your account has been flagged. That's what they call it. They flag your account. And I'm like, yeah, they flagged my account because I added my phone number onto there. It doesn't mean we're doing anything fraudulent, but that's the problem. Most people don't understand that. They just see these flags or warnings, and they get freaked out.
Well, we certainly live in a world where we don't know what flags we've been given. All we do is just freak out.
Yeah.
But in this case, yeah, so they didn't even flag. I mean, did they even flag his account before they shut it down?
See, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
They shut it down.
And that's the thing is that I don't think he's having trouble he's having trouble communicating with them. That's why I said, hey, talk to Sue. I know she talks to him more than I do.
Yeah, he's back on now. I got him back on.
His account?
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yep, yesterday.
Oh my gosh. The power of Sue. But what if
I
you
got
don't...
hold of my contact at Central, and I told him what was going on. And he said, let me talk to the fraud department. And he had him on within about 2-3 hours after that.
Oh my God.
I can say that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and we also just learned, dang it. I hate it when I get verified. See, the Vegas dealer circus prize fight world lives in a world of relationships. You golf, you eat lobster, and you know people that golf and eat lobster. And if you know people that know people that know people that golf and eat lobster, then you have a clique and you're good. But if you don't know somebody in the clique, what do you do?
Yeah. I mean, I don't play golf or eat lobster, just so everybody knows. But I
know.
have
Well, they
over the
talk
years
to you,
gotten a
though.
hold of some of these people
Which
there.
is
So yeah.
Well, it's amazing they talk to you. It's almost it's like a godsend.
Yeah.
Sue,
Sometimes.
Sue's directly
Sometimes.
connected to Jesus.
Yeah, no.
That is amazing.
I honestly didn't think I'd hear anything about it if you really want to know the truth.
I
So
can't
was
believe
shocked.
you helped get them reinstated. That is unbelievable. If I had my applause button. That really is amazing. And that's why I sent him to you.
Yeah.
And so anybody still watching, what did you just learn? If you got a problem and you can't get a hold of them, you should talk to Sue. But we're not going to listen to that. Show me the truck. You are going to love this.
What the?
Okay,
what
this made it onto social media. This is a truck with no front axle anymore. I don't know where it is.
It's probably underneath the trailer someplace, but anyways.
Right? And then the truck is, it's hard to even tell. And I know it's not a car hauler, but it's okay. We'll get there. But this is
Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And they're hauling, and it's a shipping container, which is interesting.
Yeah. Oh.
So this is a problem, right? This is probably not good. By the way, what are those guys doing?
I'm really not clear.
Why aren't they under the hood? You know what I mean? What are they doing?
I don't know.
Oh, hey guys, I think we lost an axle. All right, everybody over to the side of the truck by the window. Okay, we're going to find out. You're going to love this. By the way, look at that shot. Wow.
Wow.
I'm assuming like if Jay was behind the wheel, that's what it might look like. But, how did the guys get in the truck? If they're, shoot.
Wow. It looks like it was one of those that carries multiple trailers because there's one sitting over there.
Well, I think it's jackknifed.
One behind it.
Actually, I think it's jackknifed. But I don't, All right, so here we go. So this is crazy.
Welcome.
This was posted on LinkedIn. So this driver's, it's in California. The driver's crashed.
Yeah.
And it, it's really weird too. Like, did he see somebody recording? And what he's thinking is, shit.
Well, you would think, but he's kind of got a smile on his face.
Well, that's the way we do it in automotive.
Oh, okay. We smile as we crash.
Oh, yeah. Smile as you crash. All right, so what's he doing? All right, well, that guy's peeling off the name on the side of the truck and put a different one.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No.
You did that, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Are you shitting me?
I'm not shitting you.
Oh, my God.
Like, that's what the post says, according to the post.
They removed the name. Wow.
Is that... and so... And
so
here,
they double brokered it or whatever? Is that what you're...
Well, here's where the whole thing comes together. Listen. If you eat enough golf, lobster, and awards in nap time, and don't give a fuck about the pay to the carrier, this is what you're gonna get. This is what you're not gonna get. This is what you got.
This is what you're gonna get.
This is what you got. Why do you think there are so many crappy unqualified carriers? There's no money in it.
Wow.
The money's gone. And I saw somebody post like, well, if we pay carriers more, well, it doesn't matter now. If you pollute the lake, the fish are dead, man. You've killed them. They're gone. So clean up the lake or don't clean up the lake. It doesn't matter anymore. I say party. Go do your keg stands. Get your AirPods and all that other crap, because it doesn't matter anymore. I didn't make this either. It's not like I'm alone on saying this. It's just that nobody gives a shit.
No.
And even if you did give a shit, what are you going to do? It's over, man. Autonomous trucks are coming, and they have to. They can't get here fast enough. We don't want human beings working for us. We don't want that. Here's a good question. Is it worth paying for? I don't know, man. Get your AirPods.
Well, I have a story real quick.
Yeah.
So I had brokered a vehicle out of Colorado going into, I think, Louisiana. So there's apparently another board out there. I don't know the name of it. But these people took the load from me, did everything I asked them to do, but the customer didn't do what they were supposed to do, which was verify who picked up the vehicle. So they had double brokered it through another load board. And we wouldn't have ever found out except my customer was not there when they delivered the vehicle and just disappeared. And so they ended up taking it to where this transporter who really picked it up lived in about 100 miles north. That's how we found out that it was on a different transporter than what I'd actually dispatched it to. So they double brokered it on another load board, and that's the reason why I didn't find out either. And like I always tell you, I always give my customers the name of the company. I always tell them to check the side of the truck, check their bill of lading. I always give them a name and number for the transporter. And if it's a residential, I get an ID. Well, apparently these people didn't check anything. So there is another load board out there that this is what's sad, okay? Because this is what keeps happening, and this is why we all have to be so careful, because I'm on both sides of this. The funny part is the transporter that actually ended up picking it up was a carrier that's hauled for me before. So once he found out that he had been duped by this other company on Central, they were pulled from Central when this all came out because it was all fraudulent. But, I mean, I understand some of the safety precautions that we're doing. I get that. But some of them are not the way to go about it, I guess is the only way to put it. It needs to be a little bit different in some way, shape, or form.
Well, I'm pulling up the news story again because, see, the thing is, I hate to point this out, but if people at the tippy top aren't going to follow laws and rules, why should anybody else?
Right. True.
I mean, is that a crazy thing to ask? Because who is following the rules anymore? And who makes the rules?
Whoever wants to at this point.
I mean, we're doing whatever the hell we want. I know, Jay, it's such a leap. You're always leaping around or whatever. Is it? Yeah, what you said about load boards, it's fine. It's you know what's fascinating is that there are still people working on load board technology.
I know. Every year there's several of them saying we're going to take out Central and we're going to start our own company. It never happens because they just can't.
Well, and I don't want them to stop trying, but you got to ask, why is everybody trying to do that? Are they all like, I mean, why? Because,
well,
man, I hate to fill in the blank on this one.
A variety of reasons.
Okay, please.
I mean, honestly, it's big money.
Okay,
you and I both know it's big money.
Big money.
So that's a huge factor for probably a lot of them coming out there. And then you have the people that I know that used to be transporters or used to be brokers and stuff like that. They're wanting it to make the industry more fair. But the problem is, and by fair I mean that whether we want to admit to it or not, CD does kind of have a monopoly on this whole situation. And they have for what, 25 years?
Yeah, they're going to keep
like
it. I mean, they're going to keep it. Yeah.
I mean, I started my business not too long after they started. So, yeah, we're talking 22, 23 years ago, something like that. So I get it. And I get, because when they, like, I want to say 5-10 years into it, I had several brokers that were trying to do the exact same thing because they were tired of this too. And then our
Right.
prices
What are
just
they
keep
tired
going up
of?
and up and up. They're tired of this kind of stuff. The price is going up. The carriers not being truly confirmed, not being pulled off of Central, brokers not being pulled off of Central that are fraudulent, that kind of thing. And
So,
that's why
all
to
right.
the extremes of it
Well, so where's
is
all the
beyond.
money going? I mean, if
Uh,
they have the money to have a large customer service department, why
I don't
don't
think they
they?
do. And I don't think they have a
You don't
large
think they
customer
have that
service.
money? Oh,
No,
no, they don't have a large customer service department.
no.
Why not?
I, I don't know. They're making plenty of money. They should.
I know. Well, where's that
That
money
was one of the
going?
things.
I mean,
Yeah, that was one of the things that guys had a problem with. Is he was talking to them saying, "Why isn't my account turned back on? You have all the proof," and like we're so backed up, is what he was told.
backed
And so
up.
what? Yeah, 6, 7 days later,
Backed
that's
up
how.
doing what?
Yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
know. Fraudulent claims, I guess. I don't know. It was the fraud
well,
department.
I don't think there's a problem with the AirPods and the demos. I
True.
guarantee there is plenty of space to stand around and watch your demo. Here's the problem. I've been to that spot and I couldn't believe how huge it was, and if you took out all the employees, how very few people there were. It was weird.
Yeah.
It's like have you ever walked into a department store, like, or let's say a fast food, anything, and it's full of employees, very few customers? It's
Right.
strange.
Yeah.
You're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you go to Walmart and there's like somebody every other aisle that you
Yeah.
don't want to ask a question of.
Yeah.
It's like that. So, yeah, a lot of people really want to, and I was talking to this guy the other day, because I think we're going to have a special guest on the next show, again with I think it's a TMS, not a load board. The load board's the tough one,
Right.
because how do you get, if you've got a company,
How do you compete?
yeah, how are you going to compete with that?
Well, and it's not even just competing, it's getting everybody to switch or pay extra to
Right.
get onto your load board.
Right.
And they can't afford it as it is. And then you add this load board,
Oh, you
and
got,
yeah. And then the thing is that new load board will make promises that we're going
right.
to have more loads, or you know what I mean, different loads, and it never is.
No.
And it's the same thing with
It's
the brokers.
the same loads,
Brokers
the
are gonna have
same
to pay.
carriers,
Yeah.
and actually, and this is actually the tragic story of load board number 2,
Mm-hmm.
is how different are they from number 1 now? They're different, but not as different as they used to be.
No, not as different as they used to be. I agree.
Yeah, and that's the natural life cycle. Is you're a startup, you work hard, you got great dreams, and then after a while you're giving away lobster to golfers that don't care and
Yep.
don't need it. They don't need it.
Yeah.
I'd love to know how many people that get AirPods actually needed them.
Yeah.
They give them to their
So-
kids.
On the other load
So actually,
board,
that's how Hollywood works too.
since we're talking about that. Um, okay, so there are several brokers that have gone only to that load board. All right. Here's my only problem with that. They're doing the same thing as the CD is. They want you to have so many ratings
Right.
on that load board. And so we all know that to get ratings on the other board, you're not always getting loads there. You're talking about what they have, we'll just say 10,000 compared to 50,000. So how fast are you going to get ratings on the 10,000 board when you're picking most of your loads off of the 50,000 load board? It's not going to happen. Seriously, Copart themselves now are a brokerage. I don't know if everybody knows that, but they only list their loads on Super. They seriously told me, and we're talking about Copart, that they wouldn't give me a load because I didn't have enough ratings on SD.
That's a Copart car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this is actually, I think, and I'll eventually make a connection here. I think that's the problem, is that we're taking the Mar-a-Lago Great Gatsby Dealer Vegas prize fight caviar champagne thinking and trying to apply it to carriers.
Yeah. That's
Listen,
not ever gonna happen.
if you're super filled up on Lobster Rich, yeah, you probably have 100,000 ratings, and probably half of them were generated by AI. Who cares? But the problem is, yeah, I mean, the difference between the shipper and the carrier couldn't be bigger. You guys don't understand each other at all.
No.
And on this show, when I try to educate new carriers on what shippers are thinking, they don't want to hear it.
No.
It sucks. So here's a good question. This was posted. But we still, even with all these difficulties, this is the channel. Listen, if you want to talk about this in any real way, this is the only channel. Everything else is a promotional blog. It's too bad.
So what is the average cost?
What is the average cost per mile to charge? This is a good question. I think this is a new owner-operator car hauler. The problem
so this is a transporter.
A transporter.
Okay. And is he talking about to charge who? Like his own customer or...
That's what's so great about this question. You could literally spend 2 pages replying to this question. Because, I mean, it depends on where you're driving, how far you're driving, what are you hauling, what are you driving, what's your equipment.
Who's your customer? Yeah.
I mean, there is no real answer. But I love the question. And in fact, I say, the people at the Dealer Vegas Circus prize fight do not want you asking this question.
No, because they want to give it to you.
They want to tell you the answer.
Yes.
Yes, and they don't want you to argue about it. Because
that's what the load board is. They're telling us the answer.
And you can't have another $25 because we got to pay for AirPods.
And lobster.
Yeah, and that's the problem. See, that's the really dangerous part about this message is the money you were hoping to make, it came from somewhere. And it's going to Mar-a-Lago. And they don't even need it.
No,
they don't need it. They already got AirPods. I bet their kids don't even need the AirPods. I don't know who you're going to give it to.
Wow.
But laws are always fun to talk about. I thought this would be a great article. This can be disappointing. But states revisit speed limits. And this is automotive. Because there isn't really any news. So we got to see if we can find some. States revisit speed limits. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Wow, we're going to be driving faster than fast. Arizona bill would allow speed limits to vary by time of day. That's interesting. Also, what a moving target. Sir, do you know what time of day it is? What? Oh,
good
crap.
point, right? Yeah.
The cops are like, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. They better not go.
Oh, man, you're screwed now. At 4 o'clock, it's 80. At 5 o'clock, it's 20. Get in the back of the car. Sick 'em, Kano. And then in Missouri, Missouri bill would raise speed limits on the state's fastest roads by 5 miles an hour.
Huh.
And that's the end of the article. That is such transportation news.
Huh.
Yeah, that's it. That was it. Okay. I'm telling you, that's why. Just cancel your subscription. You don't need it. All right. Here's another one. Hey, I'm available as a dispatcher, fully bilingual. I replied, I love the fully bilingual thing.
Yes.
Because I'm, as a human of reality, listen, when people are speaking Spanish and I don't speak Spanish, I'm like, God, I have no idea what's going on. I'm literally, I'm like a machine that's just been paused, and I just have to wait to get unpaused. Yeah. I don't know what you guys are doing. So being bilingual, trilingual, quadrangular, any of those linguals, do it, man.
Oh my God.
Especially English and Spanish. It's perfect for dispatching. And that's not a racial comment. I'm just talking about reality.
No, I don't consider it racial either. I mean, that is total. Do you know how many times they get calls?
What?
They call here and they want to load and they can't speak English and they're like, "Do you speak Spanish?" No, I'm sorry. It's a regular thing.
So, all right. Having said that, like, I'm just going to ask you. I mean, would you have any advice for this guy? Like how? So how do you benefit? That's the problem. How do you capitalize on this skill? Like, what can you do? Would you call brokers and say, "Hey, I'm bilingual. Want a party?"
No, because he's wanting to be. I'm taking it as he wants to be a dispatcher assistant, but I'm taking it as for a transporter. But maybe they aren't. Maybe they are wanting to work in the brokerage.
Well,
it would be great in the brokerage because there are.
Well, there's a hell of a lot more money at the brokerage.
Well, this is true. They could probably afford them, unless you're wanting to do this for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know. What should he do? He's asking me. What do I do?
I'd call the big brokers.
Honestly, I know, right?
Big brokers. Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking that originally. I agree with you. In fact, go to the Dealer Vegas Circus prize fight. See, and this brings us back to why I went to Dealer Vegas Circus prize fight. I went there because I was trying to make connections with companies.
Right.
But they do not have time. Dude, they're losing $5,000 a minute. They don't have time to make a connection with some dude. And I know that's me, but I've seen it with I've seen carriers try to go to the show.
Really?
They stop. Yeah. All right. Well, fine. I'm gonna pick at the wound. What? We got 10 minutes left. There was a guy that was featured on one of the ATI competitors that he was gonna go search for $1 million contracts.
Wow.
At Dealer Vegas Circus prize fight. That really happened. Do you know what happened?
Nothing.
He's no longer searching for $1 million contracts.
Because why? He's no longer in business?
He's doing something else.
Oh.
You right? I mean, but, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stay negative. Let's go positive. But for this guy, see, you have to have you gotta have, that's the problem. You got this skill, but how in the hell are you going to get anybody's attention?
Yeah, because, I mean, you could call the big brokers, but it's going to get passed down. Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, my God, he said dispatcher. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Tell him to send an email.
And never say it again. Yes.
And if you go to this is what happens when you go to Dealer Vegas Circus prize fight. Is that when you walk up to a booth, they got like 10 people standing there doing nothing.
Wow.
It's brutal. Brutal. Okay. Saw your channel. Oh, yeah, dispatcher training. There it is. That's 2 in a row where we're talking about dispatching. Oh, God. Let me know when he says golf. But people are searching, and this is the fascinating part. I'm being searched. Why? Why are you guys searching me? We never talk. Never. We never talk. We never talk. For all I know, I don't even know what you guys think. Why are you searching me? What? I don't know. I don't know. They're like, get it off the screen. We're not searching you. Somebody hit the wrong button. But I really think I've really nailed it with this. This makes sense. You know, what would be the carrier version of this? Like the first one would be what, like motorcycle riding?
Yeah, or
motorcycle riding, and then what, like barbecue?
Barbecue, yeah.
All right, and then instead of awards, they get like
bowling trophies.
No, it can't be trophy. I'm thinking like shiny bumpers and that kind. You know, the chrome. They love the chrome.
Oh,
love the chrome. Oh yeah, come on. So you got motorcycles, barbecue, chrome, and then they don't take a nap.
No.
Where they're like, What are they doing for recreation? Pass.
Fishing.
Fishing. There we go. All right, This Truck Is My Home. That was an interesting show. But at this point, I mean, ATI, is just off the rails. So the confidence word is back. It was actually in the AirPod thing. Actually, I think other companies are now using the word confidence. That's how funny this is. Because, like, oh, yeah? If you're confident, I'm super confident. Aren't you double confident, Bob? Yeah, I'm triple confident. Like, what are you confident about? You're confident that maybe when the driver crashes, he'll change the name on the side of the truck?
Oh, thank you.
This is Auto Transport. What's next? Venezuela? So, go ahead and bring your camera back. We only got a few more minutes left anyways. Okay. We're going to just crash the party now. I'm pretty sure the party's already crashed. I mean, and here's what's funny. I did this show, and it's just like just give it a little flea flick and get rid of that show, is that the Dealer Vegas Circus prize fight is a month away. And there are going to be so many amazing gimmicks shared on LinkedIn in the next 30 days. It is going to be off the charts. And so I thought, well, we'll just get in early. We'll say our bit, get out of the way, because this train is a-rolling. And it doesn't matter. We're not changing anything. Nothing will change. There will be no more, additions to the customer service department. I still can't believe, and that's what he was like. Yeah, I can't get him on the phone, or I'm trying to have a meeting, or why are they so hard to get a hold of? They're not, but you get a hold of them.
I think that's the only reason why.
You have like a bat phone?
No, you got to call.
We used to call it the bat. We used to call it the bat phone in the dispatch office. You know what the bat phone was for?
I had a bat phone.
What's the bat phone? I bet you every company has a bat phone. What's the bat phone for?
My bat phone was when they wouldn't answer on one line, I would call on the bat phone to see if I could get them to answer the other line, and that's for either one. That's for brokerage or transporters that wouldn't answer my phone call.
That was definitely a great use of the bat phone.
I mean, I still have a bat phone.
We would also, if I got stuck on the phone with a really difficult shipper, call me. Somebody call me, right?
Oh, I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
So, I guess they don't have. Well, you have a bat phone to their bat phone, but you gotta have.
I have a bat phone that I use that. Well, it's free. It's that Text Now, and you can get any kind of phone line you want for free.
So, I think that's part of the problem. And I don't know. Maybe I think that what's really sucks is that a dealer right now is like, man, you guys spend 58 minutes not talking about anything that in my world. I think many dealers go to this show and they see their buddies and they learn stuff, and I don't know if they're really. Are you guys really learning something new? That's what I really want to know. It sure sounds like the same stuff I just heard. Whatever. So, but in logistics, the disparity gap is really hard to believe. Because the brokers and the shippers, they live in a world of sunshine and shrimp.
We'll say the big brokers. How about that?
The big brokers. Right, exactly.
Because I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. So. Then you have the little brokers and the little owner-operators and all the now illegal transporters.
Yep.
And shit, man.
Yep.
They're waiting for Taco Tuesday. It's totally two different worlds. and we're crazy enough to talk about both of those worlds. And I have noticed this is actually, and I think this is why we're back with another show, is that I think it's a waiting game. I'm pretty sure that's how. Listen, if you're a great Gatsby, you just wait for them to die and stop talking. And so they're just like, listen, it's a par 3. You're going to want to brake to the left, and don't worry, that channel will die. And you were almost right. We almost died. We're not dead yet. We got another show in a few weeks. So until then, well, I guess we'll have another show before the shrimp explosion. Crab and oyster. Right. Why do I always pick seafood?
Because it's expensive.
I love seafood. I know. I haven't had an
Although
oyster
anymore,
in a while.
barbecue is almost as high as seafood, so hey.
It really disappoints me too when I go to some of these kinds of shows. Like I've been to conferences and they have like an oyster display.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, the oyster's just sitting out. Half of that's not going to get eaten.
Right.
And what? What are you going to do? You're going to stroll up there and start eating oysters right before the speaker comes on? Hey, man, get you another oyster. Your boss will be like, you're fired. What are you doing? Go and fill your pockets with oysters. Get out of here. I did see, I stood outside. This really hurt me. I stood outside a breakout room at a trade show, and there was like cheeses and sausage and shrimp and all this stuff, tons of food. But there was a security guard standing next to it. You couldn't have any food unless you were invited to that secret session.
Wow.
When you're wealthy, life is fucking good. And that's why I think everybody's pushing their chips in to be the last one to fit in the subway of The Great Gatsby. All right. I think your video just froze. That's perfect timing. I'm going to roll the splash. So we've been doing what do we say office forever. We got to come up with we need to get goodbye. So let's just say goodbye, Sue. Your video froze again. we certainly are not live at Dealer Vegas Circus prize fight. Okay. Goodbye, Sue. I'll see you on the next show.
Goodbye, Sue.
Take care.
All
Goodbye,
right,
Sue. See you. Bye.
All right, see ya.